All right, this is take two. Take two. Morning buzz kickoff. Yeah, connectivity issues. Internet failure. We went down. Ranch Wi-Fi. Ranch Wi-Fi has typically been strong for us. We had some issues at the start of the show 7 weeks ago. We were having major connectivity issues, streaming issues, and I attribute that to a combination of lots of traffic on the internet with Ranch Wi-Fi, because kids were distance learning and all kinds of things like that. It's gotten considerably better in the last 7 weeks. What just happened there is that's the first time we've lost internet in probably 4 or 5 weeks. So, take two. Let's try this again. It's 7:13. Good morning. It's the Thursday edition of the Morning Buzz, and yeah, that was weird. False start. False. Is this a false start in football? False start. Let me see. False start. False start. Morning Buzz. Push it back. Let's start over. Take two. Okay. Wow, I was just talking about, I don't even remember what I was talking about, but today's show is something to talk about. Where's my schedule? Boom. We have, who do we have on today? We have Melinda Reed. That's right. Melinda Reed will be on the show. Melinda is from the Templeton Community Library Association. Yes, we give you the hard news here. Just kidding. No, we've been asking the question about the Templeton Library for a couple of weeks, and so I'm happy to say that we have Melinda Reed representing the Templeton Community Library Association, who will be coming on at 7:45. No, 7:45. Yes, to talk about the book sale, the upcoming benefit for the library building, the new building, and so that's exciting. Also, Coach Rob Tompkins will be here to talk Templeton Eagles baseball. Mr. Mack, as always, will be in the house to talk all things Templeton athletics and activities. And we have, as always, Mr. Anthony Reed, Paso Robles Incidents and Actions, who celebrated a birthday last night. And I'm 50-50 on whether or not he's going to show up on time this morning, because he posted a drink on Facebook. He posted a picture of a drink at Pappy McGregor's on Facebook last night, and the drink did not look like it was juice or soda. It looked like one of those painful drinks. So 26 years old. Oh, to be young again, right? Bar hopping on your 26th birthday with dad and mom. Sounds like he had a good time. Or actually with dad, lunch with mom, bar hopping with dad. And so hopefully Anthony is recovered and ready to, hey, he just chats. Logging on now. Give me a minute. All right. You have 1 minute, Anthony. No, take your time. Take your time. I know you enjoyed yourself last night. So, man, I apologize. We had that false start there with the Morning Buzz show kicking off. It felt like it was going good. It was probably gearing up to be the best show yet. And then the internet shut it down. So it's just the universe saying restart. I was explaining how tired I was this morning. I was explaining that we had a full night of rehearsals last night with the Small Kicks. That was fun. Band sounds better than it's ever sounded before. We are super pumped and excited to play next Friday night. Back on the truck stage at Barrel House Brewing Company. If you've never seen the Small Kicks play on the truck stage at Barrel House, it's a somewhat of a spectacle. We have a good time. We are keeping in the tradition of Small Kicks shows, and every show that we've played at Barrel House over the last 7 years or so, 6 years, we've had a tradition of doing one kind of thing. Well, we typically do it during one or two songs, but it's a pass the hat tradition where we pick a a charity or a cause, something in the community that benefits somebody else. And then we do a pass the hat. And so, and every show is different, right? One show we did a pass the hat for a girl named Riley Bonato who had contracted some cancer in her ovaries. And so another show we did a pass the hat for the Firefighters Association. Another show we did a pass the hat for, I think, Sam Lowe. We've done a pass the hat for some animal shelters. The one out in Creston, the name escapes me right now, but every show we've done it at Barrel House, we've done a pass the hat. And so this show will be no different. In keeping with the tradition of the Small Kicks, we are going to do a pass the hat at the show, and we are actively seeking out a cause and putting it out there to you guys to see if you want to recommend or have any ideas of who or what organization the Small Kicks can pass the hat for next Friday. Sounds like it's going to be a pretty big show in terms of capacity. Barrel House is still limited with the amount of people that they can let in the door, but we've had shows there at the truck stage where 800, 10,000, 1,200 people have shown up, and this is obviously pre-COVID, but we're expecting to be at capacity next Friday. It'll be a fun time. Every time we play there, it's like a homecoming of sorts. It's people that we've just known our whole lives coming out to just have fun with us and dance and sing. And so looking forward to that, and also looking forward to doing a pass the hat for some type of organization or cause. So if you have any recommendations for that, I would welcome that input. Again, my name is Mike Brady. I'm the host of the Morning Buzz. This show's 7 weeks old. We've gone, I could think of one other time besides this morning where we got kicked off the internet completely. And I want to say it was like week 2. We had some kind of like full-on shutdown, but it was down for like a half hour, and then we came back up. There's no stopping us. You know what? If the internet goes away tomorrow, this show goes on. I get out my pen and paper. I start writing articles and then going to a copier and printing them and then just hand delivering them to you guys. That's how dedicated I am to getting the Morning Buzz content out to the people of the North County. So I'm just kidding. I don't think I would do that. Actually, I'd probably just say, well, oh well. Anthony is trying to call me, so I don't know if he's having logging in or what the status is, but we will. Anthony, why don't you just go ahead and text me? So, no, let's get him on the phone. Hold on, he's FaceTiming me. Oh, this is a first.
So I don't know if anybody else is going to have this issue this morning, but it's not letting him. Like, how was your experience?
Okay, well, I'll resend over the link and see if we can fix that. All right, I got a bad connection with him. So, okay, well, it's continuing to happen. Connectivity issues. What else is happening here? Retrieving. I'm going to see about getting a new link up for all of our guests to join this morning, but looks like we are having some connectivity issues still. It's so funny. Literally, right before the show, I found myself going, okay, I need to figure out a routine, a morning routine to get in a positive mindset every single morning. And for the most part, I do a pretty good job personally of waking up with a positive mindset, ready and motivated. But I was thinking, it'd be nice to kind of go through and take everyone through an exercise and experiment and see. So I was researching. Okay, let's see. I want a morning positive mindset routine, right? Let's find one. Let's see if we can find one here on the internet, and then I'll run through it with you guys. And I actually did find one, and then the internet crashed. So this is a test. This is a test to see if I can maintain my positive mental state and mentality. And so, but I did find on poisedandprofessional.com, I found a 5-minute morning mindset mastery routine. So I'll share the link with you guys, but it's interesting the things that they say. 5 minutes. Yeah, you can master your mindset and and increase your positivity every morning with just a 5-minute routine. And so I'll let's give it a shot right now, right? As we're waiting for the link to retrieve and all that fun stuff. Minute 1, make your daily gratitude list. Take about a minute to write down a list of everything that you're grateful for right now. Okay, so make that list. I'm not going to do it right now because then you guys will just be watching me make a list. Well, unless you're going to make a list too. But I'm grateful for. I'll just share with you guys. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my family's health. I'm grateful that we live in a beautiful community. I'm grateful that there's food on my table every single day and that there's a roof over my head. I'm grateful that we don't live in fear of, um, a government that wants to take, all of our liberties away from us. And granted, everyone goes, well, the U.S. is chaos right now and this and that. I am so grateful that we are like better than everywhere else in the world for the most part. Okay, so those are some of the things I'm grateful for. Anthony is, hey, Anthony, I'm glad you got on with us.
Here.
Yes, I'm real quick. I just spouted off a few things that I'm grateful for on a daily basis. Can you give me like 2 or 3 things you're grateful for?
Well, family, life, and health, and God.
Okay, that's great. And just so you know, I can see literally just the top of your head.
I'm looking at myself in the camera. Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on.
There you go. Now I see you.
All right. Are we good?
Oh, we're good, man. We're good. All right. So we've made a list of everything we're grateful for. Minute two, write down your yearly and monthly goals. Okay. So now we got to come up. So in case you're just joining us, what I'm doing is I'm taking us through a 5-minute morning mindset mastery routine. Okay. It's going to take 5 minutes every single morning. You want to reset your brain and you want to just basically you want to start the day with a good morning routine that helps you set your mindset to positive mode. The goal is to obviously have a routine that is short, repeatable, and meaningful. Okay. First minute, you're doing a grateful gratitude list. You're writing everything that you're grateful for. Anthony and I shared things that we're grateful for. Minute 2, write down your yearly and monthly goals. Okay, so my yearly goal is well, I've got monthly goals and I've got yearly goals, and they're kind of in different little grab bags, right? I've got personal, health goals. I've got family goals. I've got career goals, and then I've got professional goals. Right? Did I say that? Or career goals? So I've got just different buckets of goals, both monthly and yearly. So Anthony, do you have any goals here in the next month?
Yeah. My goal is just to be just to get more confident on my feet, because I'm not really well. I'm stable on my feet, but just to get even more stable on my feet and just further my recovery.
Okay, that's a good goal. That's a great goal. And every day or every week, you're working towards that when you go to therapy and when you're just out and about moving around. So that's great. All right, so that's minute 2. We got these goals. Minute 3, what is this? Let's see here. Write down your top 3 priorities for the day. Okay. My top 3 priorities today are number 1, exercise. That's my top priority for the day. My second priority for the day is to be productive with the different things that I'm involved with. Specifically, I've got a Heritage Foundation meeting after the show where we'll be at the fairgrounds doing stuff for the Heritage Foundation, the board that I'm on, where we are actually in the process of putting on a virtual auction to help raise some money for the fair this year, since so for alternative ways to raise money, support all of the endeavors of the agricultural efforts of the fair. And so being productive at those meetings, that's one of my other priorities today. The other priority today is to make sure that this evening at the backyard, that my show goes off as well as it can, and that I'm prepared for that. So those are my top 3 priorities today. Anthony, what are your top 3 priorities today?
I'm going over to my dad's house tomorrow, so I got to get things ready for tomorrow. We're a little over 24 hours away from that, but sometimes I can get carried away in the stuff that I do. So that's a priority today, is just to get that stuff ready for tomorrow.
Good. Okay. All right. All right. So minute 4, come up with the intention for the day. What is the intention today? My intention today is my intention for today is to no time wasted, and to make sure that in everything that I do, that I am thinking of others first. That's my intention. Because it's super second nature for me as an individual to think selfishly about everything first. And so I want to be intentional about thinking of others in everything I do first. That's my intention today. Do you have an intention today?
Just to be productive,
Okay.
just a productive member of society.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In minute 5, they're saying minute 5 is set aside for meditation. So I'm not going to meditate here for a minute while you guys watch me. But absolutely, meditation is part of my day. I call it prayer. Meditation and prayer, right? Both of those things. But I spend a lot of time doing that as I'm exercising, and as I'm driving, and just any chance I get to just unplug and be with myself and my thoughts and my God, and all of those things. So all right, so that's a 5-minute mastery of mindset. It's a morning routine. Again, the goal of the morning routine is to have something that's short, repeatable, and meaningful. So I'll post the link to this. You guys can try it. I don't know if it's going to work for you. I don't know. I'm going to try it tomorrow. Why not? The whole thing was I woke up feeling a little just kind of off this morning. Like I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted. I had different things going that I needed to prepare for, and all this. And then to top it off, we kicked the morning show off, and then the internet crashes. So it's just, obstacles that we overcome. So, all right, Anthony, it was your birthday. We're going to talk more about that here next time you're on. Real quick, I got to get Mr. Mack in. He's a man on a mission. Are there any incidents to report this morning?
There was a small vegetation fire this morning in the area of 46 East and North Highway 101, which is up here in Paso off of 24th and 46th. The Paso Fire Department responded and found a campsite on fire, which turned out to be a 20 by 20 spot fire. And they have extinguished it. No injuries were reported. However, a campfire is kind of a thing of the summertime and springtime. So we're going to have a lot of that, I know, this summer. So other than that, everything else is quiet and just getting started.
All right. Well, that's good news. And yeah, we've got to watch out for those fires. It was a burn day on Sunday. We did a little fire, a little burn at our place. And slowcleanair.org, if you're listening, yes, we do have a backyard burn permit for the year of 2021. So we are covered. But yeah, I mean, the winds pick up and those little fires can get out of control. So it's super important to just stay with them and watch them. So. All right, Anthony, thanks. We'll check back with you here at 7:55. Appreciate you waking up and being present this morning.
I made it a priority this morning, so it's all good.
Good deal. All right, man. We'll talk to you in a bit.
All right, see ya.
See ya. Anthony Reed, good kid, great kid. Awesome service that he does, keeping track of everything that's going on in the North County. Speaking of another good kid, what is happening, Mr. Mack?
Wow. I'm a little tired, got to tell you. It's been I'm having a hard time keeping up, man.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's a what is it's like an endurance like triathlon type thing going on right now. We're all being pulled in so many different directions as parents. I can only imagine you're doing double duty as parent and administrator or faculty member, right? And so yeah, wow. It's and yet you still have time to have fun in the parking lot and play into Malcolm's hijinks, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Right at the right/wrong time.
All right. Is that guy hilarious or what?
He's pretty funny.
He is funny. Yeah. So for those of you who know who Malcolm is, Malcolm's that guy, right? That we love, who puts together all these videos for Templeton High School of all the athletic events, and you'll see him at every event with a camera on his shoulder, and he's just a super nice guy, great spirit, super talented, and he was getting out of his car yesterday in the parking lot with his camera. I happened to be getting out of my car at the same time. Mr. Mack, you were coming out of the school, going to your car.
Yeah.
And we all kind of converged in the lot at the same time, only to see Debbie Asplund, Superintendent Asplin's wife, and her kid, Kyle, parked two cars in the middle of the parking lot lanes with the hoods open, jumping one of the cars. Kyle's car broke down, and so, of course, Malcolm, ready, camera in hand, saw this as an opportunity to capture it on video. And then, like, in a matter of about 20 seconds, he had written and created this entire scene, dialogue and action and everything, and had everybody's parts of what everyone was going to do to play this scene out. So it was a completely scripted thing that you'll see at some point, I'm sure. But so then I see him inside, 10 minutes later, and he's like, man, he goes, I got to tell you, I'm so bummed the sound wasn't on the camera. So, but I mean, the scene itself, I'm sure will be magic. So yeah. It was a lot of fun. So Malcolm, thanks for capturing that. I'm sure we're all going to get a kick out of it when it's on. So
yeah.
So we had some good games yesterday.
Yeah, we did. Volleyball. Nice to see the girls win, not only win, but sweep. Both varsity and the JV girls played great. And it was the JV volleyball's last game, last match, which was too bad, because I'll tell you what, I watched that first game of the JV game, and they were good. They were solid. And a lot of energy, skill, it wasn't just them just swinging. I mean, they were passing the ball and a lot of energy. You can tell that volleyball in the future, Templeton, there's some good things coming. Loved watching Erica Trujillo out there. who else? Ella Pontius,
Yep.
stud athlete. And we've already got some great varsity athletes that'll be around next year too. We lose a lot, but we got some good things coming down the pipe.
Yeah, they the JV girls played great. I will say kudos to Morro Bay. That coach and that program, they are developing scrappers. Like those girls do not give up, and our girls played as well as them, if not better. Granted, but Morro Bay, they just have this, like, they don't give up on the ball.
Yeah.
And that's a skill that is just developed over a period of time of just hard work, right? And so
yeah, and I thought our girls were scrappy too. I mean,
yeah,
they were
exactly
going after it. So yeah, that was great. And then the girls, the varsity girls, I didn't see that game, but boy, dropped the first two and then win 3 in a row in front of your home crowd. That's awesome.
Well, and the bummer part for me is Coach Crow. Well, it's not his fault, but there was a football meeting that was scheduled to take place at 6 p.m. at the stadium for all the student athletes that are playing football next year. They asked you to go to this meeting, and so I watched the first part of the first game, and then I had to go to the football meeting, so I completely missed the comeback and all of that, which it's kind of a bummer. But I heard later, and it sounds like the kids just played great.
Yeah, scores were 20-25, so we lost that one. 22-25, lost that, and then won 25-18, 25-22, and then 15-12 for the tiebreaker. So,
oh wow,
great match. Now, leaving volleyball, if we can leave volleyball here for a second, going to baseball. Wow, what a game. Playing AG on the road, AG 12-0, Division I, we're Division III. But league game, I mean, 12-0. These guys were amazing. We go up 3-0 on just a blast from Merrick Hall, his second 3-run home run in like a week and a half.
Wow.
This one, dead center field against a 12-0 team. We go up 3-0, and we've got Ryan Dominguez on the mound. He goes 3 1/3 innings, no hits. Only 1 run he gives up, strikes out 6 in 3 innings. Robbie Lardner goes 3 2/3 innings, no earned runs, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts. So they played a great game, but
I don't like
2 outs in the 7th inning. Okay, baseball
like
goes 7th innings. Yeah, I know. I wish we could end it right there. 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, nobody on.
What's the score?
3-0.
Okay.
Against 12-0 AG.
Yep.
Okay. A walk. Man, you just know something bad's going to happen. Bottom of the last inning of the game, and you walk the leadoff guy. You just know it's not going to go well.
Robbie's on the mound, and he walks him?
I think Robbie's on the mound at this time.
Okay.
We'll lead off walk, then a hit, then back-to-back errors. Allows AG to tie the game 3-3, get out of the inning, goes to the 8th, lose in the bottom of the 8th 4-3.
Wow.
But Coach Tompkins, although he said it was a disappointing loss, being so close to knocking off first place and undefeated AG on the road, just gave a lot of praise to his pitchers for outstanding performance. And the team offense, we out-hit AG 8-4.
Wow.
Unfortunately, you don't get a run for every hit.
Sure.
So anyways.
Well, Coach is going to be on at 8:15, so we'll get kind of the more detailed play-by-play. What a bummer. But, it's fun to see boys compete on a level that they're really not supposed to, right? I mean, we're
good. We're good. And, we had them right there, but errors, a leadoff walk and errors, those are going to cost you. Those are going to come back to bite you. Now we do get another chance at them. We get 2 more chances at them actually this Saturday at home, doubleheader boy, it'd be something to sweep those guys.
Mm,
We can do it.
that
And
would
then,
be-
and then Mike, we had swim. Boys volleyball played. I don't know if you got to see that one at all. They let's see, dropped the first set, won the second one, 25-23. And that was their freshman, scored 7 straight to bring home that victory.
nice.
And then lost 2 heartbreakers, 23-25 and 22-25.
Mm.
So our guys volleyball team, really a rebuilding year, a lot of young players, but those guys get better each game. And I know the coach, Coach Slozar, is really impressed with how much they've grown and improved. They're done next week. That's it for them. Shortened season, 3 sets of games, six games played, but
Sure.
played 3 different teams. And then swim had a great performance last night. We don't have the results. I put on my email. I put up their results and some pictures from their previous meet because we just got the results from that one.
Mhm.
Our swim team, small team again, like a lot of our teams this year because of players having to choose which sport they're going to do. But a lot of individual great performances. Hard to string them all together and have enough points to win.
Yeah.
Though against Orchid last weekend, we split with the guys winning and the girls coming up short with a pretty small girls team. And not sure about last night. The results aren't out yet, but hoping to get those today, and then we'll post those up tomorrow.
Okay. Well, we look forward to that. That's cool. So,
Hey, and I know you got somebody else coming up here pretty quick. But can I just throw out a little something about our rodeo team?
please, absolutely.
Hey, we got 5 people from high school rodeo. Our team, our students that are going to the state championships, state finals.
Yeah, I feel like we need to get some of them on.
Yeah. Well, here's 5 of them. Okay. Here's our 5 that are qualifying and the events that they're doing. So we got Bandy Smith. You may know that name because Bandy Smith is also on our cross country team, but he qualified for team roping. Okay. In order, Mike, just for a second here, in order to qualify for state, you have to be one of the top 6 performers in your district. We're District 7. That's
Okay.
one we compete in. Okay. So one of the top 6. So Bandy Smith is competing for team roping.
Okay.
Lane Miller, freshman. Lane Miller, pretty sure he's freshman. Steer wrestling. Lacey Lewis, pole bending. Caden Javati, also a football player. He qualified for steer wrestling, tie down roping, and boys cutting.
Mhm.
And our 5th one, Sammy Massey, qualified for girls cutting, breakaway roping, barrel racing, and pole bending. 5 people from our school qualifying for the state championship. It's amazing. It's amazing. What a great group of kids, first of all, but then talented athletes as well.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So Bandy Smith, Lane Miller, Lacey Lewis, Caden Javati, and Sammy Massey. I know Sammy's a senior.
Yep.
Caden is what, a junior or a senior?
I don't think he's a senior. I think he's a junior.
Okay. Lacey's freshman?
No. She's Josh, she might be a junior.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a guess.
Yeah.
Better to go higher than lower, right?
All right. Well, that's your homework assignment. We need to find out what grade all these kids
You got
are
it.
in.
Bandy's a senior. Bandy's a
Bandy's
senior.
a senior. Okay.
And I believe Lane is a freshman.
Okay. Bandy's dad grew up with us, and his name's Bandy. So, not a lot of Bandy Smiths in the world,
No,
but there's 2.
there's 2. And 2 good ones.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I'd love to get them on the show. Do we know when state is?
It's in June.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in June in sorry. I should know this, but I don't.
Yeah, you're on the clock. We're running late with our next segment, by the way.
Sorry about that, bud.
Yeah.
All right. I'm out.
Hey.
You got another guest coming.
Hey, did you know that we are still pushing forward to raise money for this new library?
I did.
Yeah. The Templeton Community Library Association is doing a book sale And we have Melinda Reed coming on right now to talk about it. Is that
That's awesome.
fascinating? And here she is.
Awesome.
She is in the program right now. Melinda, meet Matt McFarland. He is the activities director and ASB advisor for Templeton High School.
Hi, Matt. Great to
Hi,
hear. I love all that information, the teams and the rodeo and all that. Fabulous.
Yeah.
We've got a great group of kids in this community. I just love
Yeah,
it.
we do. Yeah, we do. Mike, I'm going to give way so you can spotlight our library.
Awesome. All right, Mr. Mack, have a great day today. I'm sure I'll see you 400 times in the next 24 hours.
Probably so. All right. Take care, Mike.
All right, see ya. All right, that's Matt McFarland. He's the activities director for Templeton High School, and we love all the things that he does for our community and our children. And so, Melinda, welcome to the show. I'm just going to put your information up on the screen. So,
Super. Thank you.
And the foundation is the Templeton Community Library Association, correct?
That's right.
Okay,
Right.
Templeton Community Library. We had some connectivity issues earlier. Were you okay to get on?
It was great. It was fine.
Okay,
Click,
awesome.
and I'm on and was getting to watch it. It's super. So thank you.
Good. Okay. Well, we're 7 weeks old. We've been doing this show kind of as an experiment Monday through Friday from 7 to 9 to just talk about different things in the community in regards to, the school and businesses and just everything Templeton and North County. And so I posed the question a few weeks back, hey, does anyone know what's going on with the library? We've got, talks of this library being built. And so I'm glad that somebody knew somebody who reached out to you, and here we are. So
Super.
Thank you for coming on.
Great. Thank you. We need the positivity and the publicity. We've been working hard behind the scenes, and it's nice to be able to finally have some good news for the community. We are going to build this library. I've got a little picture. You can be the very first to know. This is our first little rendering. It doesn't show very well on there, but
Yeah.
We are going to put the library at the corner in the high school parking lot, in the corner of Main and Templeton Road. And it's on its way. We hit a few bumps in the road. Every time I turn around, there's, some other little problem, but
Sure.
we've been working on this for a long time and finally have the money and have the plans. And we have been submitting our permits to the Division of State Architects, and hopefully we're going to see those modulars on that property by the end of this year.
Wow. Okay. So then we do have the money. The money is there. The funding is there. And that is a result of how many years of trying to raise that money?
Well, they started in 2000. They established the nonprofit in 2000, and it was Josh Gibson, the Eagle Scout you may have heard of. He's now a deputy fire marshal for the state. And it was his Eagle Scout dream that he wanted to build a library for the community. And there were all kinds of obstacles and problems and different things. And it wasn't in the scope of an Eagle Scout project, but he sure planted the seed. And I'm still in touch with him. He has 2 wonderful little boys. And I told him he's going to be the one that's going to put that first shovel in the dirt, which should be soon, to break ground for this new library. So we're very excited.
That is so exciting. Good for you guys. And so Josh he was part of the Templeton community, and then he's since left.
Yes, he is still a part of the community, and he did leave. He's been several different places, but he has a lovely wife and 2 little boys. And we had a site reveal a couple of years ago. I believe it was in 2018, where we put the plot lines of the library for the design that we had at that time. And he came and he was thrilled. And we are thrilled because he is just a fine, fine young man. Yeah, we're going to go ahead with the library. We were given a wonderful bequest that has put us over the top. So we are still on a shoestring budget. We don't have loads of money. It's going to be basic modulars done well. And but we don't have any furnishings for the inside other than the books and the bookcases. Yeah. And we're taking donations for all kinds of things. It will be farm style. We're going with a up-to-date modern farmhouse look. And we do have some members of the community that are interested in a community room, which at this time we don't have money for. But we hope that this is going to be looking like a little bit of a white farmhouse. And we will put a community room in the back that will be a red barn. and
Oh,
it'll have a
nice.
roll-up door, and we will be able to do all kinds of projects and programs and speakers and all kinds of things to promote literacy, education, have a meeting spot, have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That's what we've secured is great Wi-Fi, and there will be a laptop bar, which will be right in the front window. So people can bring their laptops, cup of coffee with a lid on it, and sit at that bar and have Wi-Fi. It should be a great community space.
That's amazing. That sounds awesome. So, real quick, not to rain on your parade, but you mentioned a red barn. Any chance we could change that to a green barn?
Well, we
I,
might. We've got some
I,
ideas for including things inside the library that I don't want to give away just yet.
oh,
But some of the high school students, some of the students in the community, some of their mementos and some of their things are going to be kind of an atmospheric river in the middle of the
oh,
library. So
that,
I'm not sure what color the barn will be. We don't have the money for that
yeah.
community room yet. So it will be up to the donors and people that put forth the money for that barn. But yeah, green would be a definitely good color.
Yeah. Who is the, if you don't mind, who is the mastermind behind kind of the conceptual vision, as far as what this is going to offer?
Well, thank you for asking because I have a great team. It is the Templeton Community Library Association board. There are 9 people on the board, and we have an influx of quite a few new people. Some of the people that were originally on the board in 2000 have been around, but we've taken it forward, and the inspiration comes from a design team that I have. I have a vice president, Jen Kuhn, who is currently a library tech at the Templeton Elementary School. She has been very helpful. I've got Dr. Carrie Wood, another parent in the district that has been a visionary as well. My board is very helpful. I could name many of them. One of them is a pediatrician, Dr. Jim McGee, who is focused on literacy and really incorporating that into the community. So anthology, Connie Kelsey is the inspiration to our book room. And I have to highlight our book room. We have a small space in the Templeton Recreation Department on Main Street that is a book room. It's been there in that spot. It's only been there a few years, but originally it was outside of Nature's Touch. And we're book lending. And so when we open our library, it is going to be all volunteer run. This is an anomaly in California. We don't have a free, public, independent library. The county announced in March of last year, as you know, that they did not have money. They couldn't match us. They couldn't help us. They are not able to take us on as a county branch. They don't have the money. So we decided we would do this on our own with modulars and make it look Templeton, make it look like a farmhouse. Yes, it's on school district property, but we don't want it to look exactly like the school. We want it to look like Templeton. So the farmhouse idea evolved and the barn idea evolved, and that's what we're going forward with. And it will be a Templeton product.
That's fantastic, and you couldn't ask for a better location.
Oh, I know.
That intersection is traveled, highly by students and parents and just everyone throughout the community every single day, right? And so that's
It is.
really exciting, and you guys will be obviously able to utilize and access some of the parking that's available on that lot. And
Right, yes, exactly. We have to have our own separate little driveway, and we don't want to compete with the traffic of school in the morning, so our hours will be adjusted. But yes, we will have our own parking, but then for any other, if we have a speaker or we have programs going on, definitely the high school parking lot is ideal. And the school is actually not able to use that particular portion of it, so they lease it to us for $1 a year, and that is like a gift.
absolutely, wow,
So,
what a blessing.
so I want to talk about our book sale. We have a
Yeah,
book sale coming up.
please do. Yeah, let me.
Got to make sure I said the book sale is Saturday at
I'm
Templeton Park.
I'm gonna do this. Let's see here. I've got it up
Oh,
on my screen.
great.
Can I make it bigger? There
Thank
it
you.
is. Yeah.
Thank you. Right. One of our volunteers is a volunteer at Cuesta College, and she does graphics, and she put that together for us. So Saturday, May 1st, 9 to 12:30 at Templeton Park. We are hauling out all of our books that have been donated, and these are duplicates or extra copies that have been given to the book room, which will soon be the library. And the money that we raise is going to be specifically earmarked to go for furnishings and or office supplies and things that we need. We have started to digitally catalog our books that we have at the book room so that it will now be a checkout system. We're doing this on our own, that we scan the ISBN number. We'll have library cards that can be scanned. We're going digital. We're going 21st century on making a library a media center. So it's not just a storehouse for old books, and we got to make sure our collection is not stagnant, but this is the process that we are allowing the public now to purchase at very discount rates books that they might want to have in their possession at their own home library.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, there's a common misconception that, libraries are something that's not needed anymore, but a library is so much more than just a shelving place for old books. Libraries act as meeting spaces. They act as research rooms. They act as connectivity to internet, right? All kinds of things in 2021. So very exciting that you guys are doing this.
Thank you for saying that, Mike. That's wonderful. Yes, we're past the stage where people thought originally, oh, we don't need a library now. We have the internet. Well, I'm sorry. That doesn't work.
Right. What specifically? So, okay. Let me start with the book sale. Do you have a specific monetary goal that you were trying to reach on Saturday?
Oh, as much money as we can raise.
Well, you got to have a number.
Well, we would love to have $1,000.
Okay.
It's a lot of work, but it's a gift to the community, and it also helps us weed out our collection. But $1,000 would be a good goal for the low prices that we offer. And we do love to get hardbound books or books into the hands of children. So having some of our volunteers hate to take children's money when it's their allowance, but 50 cents for a book is pretty good.
Sure, absolutely. Okay. And then what specifically do you need from the general public between now and May 1st? Is there anything that are you looking for books? What are you looking for?
Well, we are looking for new books. If you want to donate something off of the, New York Times reading list or something like that. But we're also interested. We have plenty of bookcases, and we have someone that is in mind of donating some computers to us. But what we're going to be looking for is some farmhouse chairs, farmhouse tables, maybe even stackable chairs. We're going to need to buy those cafe bar stool size chairs for the laptop bar. There are bulletin boards, and there's a whole list on our website. It's templetoncommunitylibrary.org that you can find. There are items on there that are a little bit more expensive. But if you've got a good vacuum, we're going to need a vacuum, and a shop vac. We're going to need cleaning supplies. We need the basics, everything to put the whole library together. And of course, we do have wonderful volunteers and people in the community that are willing to chip in and do that. We also have a founder's garden for trees and landscape. You can name a tree and put it in honor of someone in our landscape. So all that's available.
And I'm just pulling up the website right now so we can show. I'll post the link to the website in the chat. I've also got it next to Melinda's name there. TempletonCommunityLibrary.org is where you can find that. Let me just drop that in the chat so people can click on it. All right. So, and you've got the plans on there. You've got this looks like everything a place to sponsor. So if people want to just figure out how they can get involved and send money or donate different items, all the contact information is on there. That's exciting. All right. Well, it's 8:01. Is there anything that you want to leave us with, Melinda? What else?
Just invite me back, Mike. I will give you progress as we go forward on this project. I love it. I love Templeton. I have grandchildren at the high school. I love this community, and I'm giving it everything I've got to try and pull this together and make this happen.
That's fantastic. And my commitment to you is, as long as this show exists, it's
Thank
a
you.
platform for the community, for people like yourself to use,
Thank
at
you.
your discretion. So you are obviously welcome back anytime. So
Thank you. I appreciate that.
and
Thank you.
congratulations
Thank you.
on the success and getting this far. That's awesome.
I know,
And,
we're happy.
long time coming. Yeah, absolutely.
It is.
So,
Great.
thanks for your hard work and dedication, Melinda.
You are welcome. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you later. Thanks.
All right. Mhm.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, that's Melinda Reed from the Templeton Community Library Association. Very cool project that is finally showing some signs of forward momentum. And again, this Saturday, May 1st, from 9 to 12:30, the book sale is happening downtown. And so they are looking for brand new books, and they are looking for people to purchase those books. And so if you are wanting to just get involved and contribute in any way, shape, or form, they would certainly love the support and welcome it. So very cool, and congratulations to that organization for getting to the spot that they're in right now. All right, it's 8:03. We've got a baseball update coming up at 8:15 ish. Let's talk to Mr. Anthony Reed right now about last night. So tell me, 26th birthday celebration. Were you a good boy?
Yeah, it was nice. I went to lunch with my uncle and my mom and my other cousins yesterday at Big Bubba's, and then after that, I went home. I took a power nap, which let me mention, I did have a beer at lunch, so I needed to kind of recoup myself. So after that, I went home and took a nap and got ready for physical therapy.
Uh-huh.
Then obviously my physical therapist didn't go easy on me, which I didn't want him to in the first place, just because it was my birthday.
Right.
And then I went to dinner with my dad, which you mentioned earlier, that I had a beverage, and that I did post on my personal page. And to what you said earlier about it, it did have juice in it, actually.
Uh-huh.
It had orange juice and cranberry juice.
What was the drink called that you ordered?
My bartender called it my birthday drink, and so what it had in it, I wrote it down so I can know for next year if I don't remember. So I know this is a family show, but I just have to say this. It was vodka with peach schnapps, orange juice, and cranberry juice. So
that doesn't sound too bad.
no, it wasn't bad. I mean, it gave me the effects, obviously, which was the point. So, but I know it.
I'm not a schnapps guy. I could do without that, but I mean, I guess it tasted good, right?
Yeah, I'm not a schnapps guy either, but for the sake of the drink, yeah, it was good.
Nice.
So,
and so you had one of those.
two actually.
Oh, okay, two. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And along with that, I didn't just drink. I did have dinner there. I did have what I think it was called something nachos, but it was good.
Hey, I gotta tell you, Pappy's has great food.
Yeah, they really do. Yeah.
If you guys haven't had dinner or lunch at Pappy McGregor's, highly recommend it. It's their menu has just gotten so good over the last few years, and I've only eaten there 2 or 3 times in the last maybe 2 or 3 years, but every time I eat there, I'm like blown away by how good the food is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, the nachos that I had there, it was like a plate and a half. It was like in this big bowl, and I ate all of it, obviously, because I'm a big dude. So yeah, it was good. On top of the 2 birthday drinks I had, and then I had a beer on top of it. So
Oh,
I came home and went to sleep very soundly.
yeah, I'll bet. And
So
then you were
yeah,
late to the show this morning, which
not my fault. Technical
no,
issues, Mike.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
messing with you. Well, I'm glad you had a good birthday celebration, and now today is your dad's birthday.
Yes.
So happy birthday to Pastor Reed. I know you're listening. You are hopefully your son treats you to a nice adult beverage, and you guys enjoy the day together. Are you taking him out? What are you doing?
His wife is actually.
Okay.
So yeah, normally what I've done in the past is let them kind of have their day together because they kind of work, and he's going to kill me for saying this, but they kind of work opposite-ended schedules,
Oh,
and so they really only see each other on the weekends. But that's just because of work. That's just how it is.
yeah.
So yeah, so in the past, I've just kind of let them have their day on his day, and we have um, kind of a drink for the two of us on my birthday.
Mhm.
And so I just let the older folks get together and
Right. Yeah.
just kind of let them do what they do. So, but
Probably
no,
pretty nice birthday present, not having your kid bother you. So,
well, yeah, yeah. I can't say that yet because I don't have kids, but
all right.
I'm sure that's what the thought is.
Oh man. All right. Well, good. Okay. What anything else happening besides a vegetation fire? Was that fire in the riverbed? Was it just east of the riverbed? Where was that fire?
Well, if you know in Paso where the wastewater treatment plant is, right off the 46 and 101 there.
Yeah,
Um, what's that, Mike?
yeah, I know it well.
Yeah. Okay. So it was along the west bank of the riverbed there, and so the campfire. Undetermined, obviously, what started the fire, but when firefighters got there, they realized that it was a 20 by 20 spot fire,
Mhm.
and so no reported injuries. They just put it out, and I'm sure they're ready for the next one if it should start. So,
Okay.
yep. So
All righty. And
nothing else going on. Nothing else really going on. It's gonna be like 94 today. So,
no, it's not.
yes, it is. So it's gonna be gorgeous.
It says it's going to be 88 in Templeton. What? Let's see. You're saying Paso's saying 94?
That's what it said this morning.
That sounds amazing.
It's supposed to be 90 by 4 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
So that means
That's
it'll get up to 95.
That's what I'm talking about. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Love it. Welcome to Paso. That's
Yep.
my favorite time of the year is when we start to heat up.
Same here.
Well, cool. All right. Well, keep us abreast of what's going on around the North County here when we check in with you at the end of the show.
Sounds good.
All right, man. I will talk to you.
All right. See ya.
All right. See you. All right. That's Anthony Reed, Paso Robles Incidents and Actions, saying, wow, it's going to be 90-ish in Paso today. I have 88 happening today in Templeton. Right now, it's in East Templeton where I'm at. What are we at? We're at 54 degrees and beautiful and sunny outside. So good stuff. Today is what am I on? Day 31. Where is this? There it is. Day 31 of my fitness challenge, my fitness mental. What is it? It's a physical and mental challenge. Day 31 of no alcohol, no gluten, no dairy, no sugar, 2 workouts a day, 10 pages of reading, and a gallon of water, and a super restricted diet. So that's day 31 kicking off today. My knees are a little sore. I did some weightlifting yesterday and some hiking yesterday. Here's the other thing. I'm not a sweets guy at all. Like, I don't like sweets that much. I'll never order dessert. You know, I don't snack. I don't crave those things. My dream last night, I had a dream. I had a big bag, like this, like lunch bag, and I was reaching into it and just pulling out chocolate cake and eating it. And I don't even really like chocolate cake, but in my dream, I was loving the chocolate cake. And so I don't know what that means. If it means that my body is, or my mind is thinking that I need sweets, but yeah, it was just interesting to think that probably the first time I've ever dreamed about eating chocolate cake, to be honest. So yeah, interesting. I don't know. Let's see. I've got a few meetings spread out throughout the day today. I'm gonna, after the show, go directly over to the lab, get my workout in, and then from there have a meeting over at the fairgrounds talking about the virtual auction that the Heritage Foundation is putting on. More on that later. We're gonna basically have this virtual auction happening from June 14th through the 18th to raise money for the fairgrounds and for the Heritage Foundation specifically. And just so you know, the Heritage Foundation is the fundraising nonprofit arm of the fair, and the money that we raise on an annual basis goes towards enriching the agricultural sector of the fair. Some of the money that they raised in the past afforded them the ability to build the brand new barn facility that's on the fairgrounds. They support all the FFA and the 4-H programs and projects. Lots of scholarships awarded through that. They help with the fair operations. All kinds of cool things that the Heritage Foundation does for the California Mid-State Fair. So I'm happy to be a part of that, and we are planning this virtual auction that's going to take place on the 14th through the 18th of June. We are actually actively looking for people who want to donate items for this auction too. If you are interested in helping and supporting, you can email me, morningbuzzaroundtown@gmail.com. And I can get you some more information about that. So I'm going to go to that meeting, and then I've got to run over to do a couple other little small errands, and then I've got to get my afternoon workout hike in that I'm going to go do. And then it's off to the beautiful backyard. If you guys haven't been to the backyard beer garden in Paso Robles downtown, where the old Chubby Chandlers used to be, highly recommend it. It's got a great beer selection and wine selection, and the food is amazing. I've got my weekly residency that I started there last week on Thursday. I am playing there pretty much every Thursday between now and the end of time. I'll be there from 6 to 8 every Thursday. So you guys can catch me if you like live music and ice cold beer. Love to share a beer with you, even though I'm not going to be drinking it. You guys will be drinking it. I'll be singing. Love for you guys to come out and have a beer and say hi and cheers me. So that's kind of my day in a nutshell. And all the while weaving in and out of this day 31 challenge. And so, yeah, making it a part of my life. That's what you have to do, right? You can't come up with the excuse of, I don't have time, I'm too busy, I don't know when I'm going to fit it in. No. It's like, it starts with this and you fit everything else in, and you just weave it into the fabric of your life. So that's what I'm trying to do 31 days into this. And I've seen just epic results. I'm down 20 pounds. All the inflammation, well, not all the inflammation, but my face is just shrunken in, whereas before it was like this. Now it's like this. I'm feeling good. My head is clear. Yeah, I feel really good about the progress so far. Okay, so I posted in the chat the 5-minute morning routine for mindset for you guys to reset your minds. If that's something that you want to go through and report back to me on, that would be great. I'm going to give it a shot starting tomorrow before the show. I'm going to go for that one. We'll see how. And then the girl, if you guys like it, maybe I can get that girl on to talk about it with us and talk us through it. That would be kind of interesting. Still working on Mr. Robert Owens, the gentleman who came in on Tuesday. He is the gentleman that's 69 years old who ran 13 Iron. Oh, no, not Iron. Are they Ironman? Yeah, 13 Ironmans. He's training for his 14th one right now. And he is looking to be the world's oldest Ironman competitor. That is his goal. He turned 70 this year, and he is just continuously training hard for all of these competitions. He ran 7 marathons on 7 continents in 7 days. One of like 50 in the field that did that the year that he did it. Guy is just a beast. Robert Owens is going to come up to Templeton Paso Robles here in the next month or two. We're going to host him. We're going to have an event where you guys can come out. We're going to share a cocktail, glass of wine with him, a meal. He's going to put on a talk, a motivational talk. I want to invite, everybody who wants to be a part of it to come down and join us for that day. Coaches, students, parents, you name it, athletes, non-athletes, anybody that wants to be a part of this can be a part of it. He's got an amazing story, and he's an amazing mentor and coach, and just a really inspirational guy. And so, his story is definitely worth sharing. So he's going to come up. We're going to host him for an event, which will be a blast, and we'll have more on that here in a bit. 8:17. Coach Tompkins is running late. Coach Tompkins is running late. He's probably I don't know what he's doing, but as soon as he gets on, we'll get him in here. And let me just text him. Where are you? You on? You coming in? You coming? All right. So Coach Tompkins, they suffered a heartbreaking loss last night in extra innings, and so we'll kind of we'll what do they call that? Deconstruct that game and pick it apart, and not spend too much time dwelling on the past, but obviously I'm sure there's a lot of bright spots from yesterday, and so I want to get that from him. Coach Crow had a football meeting last night. If you guys have school age children who want to play high school football next year, you should have been at this meeting last night. If you weren't at the meeting last night, I'm sure there's going to be an opportunity for you to get the information that you need at some point. And if you want to email me, I can put you in touch with the right people. Stacy Jeffers, who's probably going to be the person that you need to talk with in order to get the information. But the meeting last night went over the schedule for the football practices in the spring, in the summer, and then also it sounds like on Monday we're going to know if our school is going to fall into the same league for next year, the Mountain League. That was something that was up for reconsideration. And so they are trying to figure out if they're going to realign that stuff. And so we'll find out more about that on Monday. Sounds like the schedule is pretty much set for next year, with the exception of a few things, and that being one of them. So, yeah, Coach Crow had a ton of kids and parents there last night. Looked like I think we counted 25 incoming freshmen. And so, for a start, that's awesome, right? Because you got to think, okay, there's probably 8 or 10 that weren't able to go there last night. And then there's probably another 8 or 10 that haven't decided that they're playing yet. So, we might be able to get 40 freshmen out there. Who knows? But really cool to see the attendance that was there last night. And, I think it's a weird week for us, right? As football parents, we're not wanting the season to be over because it's been such a blast to see these kids out there. But at the same time, it's like we're ready for the next season to start. And so we've got, I don't know, 9 months of football in a row that we're exposed to right now, which is a cool thing. So Christine Ames wishing happy birthday to Anthony Reed. Anthony, if you're still watching, Christine Ames in the chat has wished you happy birthday. So that's cool. Thanks, Christine. All right. So I texted Coach Tompkins. He's hopefully he's not somewhere in a bar trying to wash down his sorrows. I see him there. You're not on suicide watch, are you?
That was a rough one.
Man, I heard the recap from Mr. Mack this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean those kids are probably just devastated, huh?
Well, kids, coaching staff, and I'm not going to put too much on it. I mean, that's baseball, and we all
Yeah.
understand. But that was tough, to be 3-1, bottom of the seventh, 2 outs, nobody on, 2 strikes away from winning that thing 3 times in a row. Is tough, especially against a team like a Rio Grande that's undefeated. They were they're the number one team in Division II. This was really an opportunity for our kids to just make a statement game. And it's sometimes when it comes down to a big game like that, pressure comes in, and it's definitely going to make us a better ball club in the long run.
For sure.
Games like that to just learn how to finish.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely one of those situations you need to experience in order to know, like, okay, I've been here before. And I know what happened last time. What am I going to do differently this time? Right. And
Exactly. And it's a learning experience for all the kids. I think it's we've been in close games before, but nothing with that sort of I don't know. I guess big prize at the end to beat a team like that. But I give our kids credit. We came out on fire. Our bats were hot early. We were aggressive. Our pitchers pitched awesome. We did exactly what we were set out to do. We set our pitching staff up exactly the way we wanted to yesterday, and we had everything done except for that last out. We played awesome ball for 6.2 innings. It was great.
So walk me through, if you don't mind. You've got it's bottom of 7. Robbie's on the mound. He came in right to save the game, basically.
Yeah, Robbie came in about the 4th inning.
Okay.
Ryan started, and he gave us 3.1 innings, and we got into a little mess. And there were some calls. There was a play that we thought we had a double play, but it turned out that we didn't. And then things got kind of rocked. So I brought Robbie in, and we were able to get out of the inning. They ended up scoring a run, so it ended up being 3-1. But taking it back to the bottom of 7th, Robbie's still on the mound. He's pitching great. He's finding his zone like he usually does. And they put up a pinch hitter. Robbie struck him out. And then I want to say that we had a kid like 0-2, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, and I think he ended up walking. It's kind of weird. Sometimes strike zones get a little tight at the end of the game.
Yeah.
You kind of wish and hope that they stay the same throughout the game. But that's baseball. You gotta just gotta go in and give it your best shot. And then I think we had a base hit, and then another base. And then there was actually 2 errors in that inning that really hurt us.
So after the walk, is there a visit to the mound?
Actually, you know what? I went out there to talk to Robbie, honestly, just to give him some time to just give him a break, because he's thrown probably about 15, 20 pitches in that inning. And I give Rio Grande hitters some credit. They fouled off some tough pitches that we thought for sure that, I'm sure Robbie thought that he had struck out. And, and then you had a base, an error that happened. So as a coach, you go out there and, I know Robbie's thinking that he's knowing I'm not going to pull him, but I'm going out there to give him some advice, shake it off, just to calm him down a little bit, because he's frustrated too, because, I mean, you're basically 1 out, 1 pitch, 1 strike away from ending this thing. And and I think, you had an error and then a base hit, and then we had another error. But, it wasn't like the errors were made. They were kids trying, giving their heart out, selling out, diving for balls, throwing a ball. And it just didn't work out for us in the bottom of the 7th. They ended up tying the game, and then we lost the next inning.
Yeah. And errors are a part of the game too. And, nobody is immune to them. In the majors, there's errors. And so, it's like the best in the world still make errors. And, every game is a different situation. That's but from a pitcher's perspective, when you are on that mound and there are errors happening and you know it's nobody's real, like it's not anybody's fault, but
Right.
it's just the way the game's going. It's super frustrating. And then that gets in your head as a pitcher, and then that affects your game. Like, yeah, it's like,
Absolutely. Robbie did an outstanding job. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. He induced 2 ground balls, and I can tell you that 9 out of 10 times our defense is there, and it's always solid. But like I said, sometimes under pressure situations, certain things happen, um, and that's baseball. Sometimes our kids, they'll take a pitch off, and that's the one pitch that you don't want to take off is when the ball's
Yeah.
hit to you. You know,
yeah,
so I'm still super proud of our kids about the way they competed. I tell you what, we went down to Rio Grande and we shocked them for 6.2 innings.
yeah,
They had no idea that what Templeton's baseball was all about. And I tell you what, if nothing, I can tell you that we earned a lot of respect from that team and from that county, from that school.
sure. No, absolutely. And my money's on Templeton if you guys face each other again, obviously, because your boys got to taste, what it's like to be
Yeah.
competing at that level against a school with that caliber, and they now believe that they can win, right? Because
Oh, absolutely. When you finish a game like that, and talking to some of the parents like in between innings and stuff like that, um, you look at it and you go, you know what? We can compete with anybody when we play our game. When our pitchers throw and our defense plays as well as they do, we can compete with anybody.
yeah, no. And when do you face AG again?
Yeah, we play Saturday. We play a doubleheader
Oh, cool. At our home.
at our home.
Okay. And actually, I'll be there working the snack bar, I think, pretty much all day Saturday. So
Good.
that'll be fun to watch. And it sounds like we may have some updated viewership guidance that might allow more people out to the stadium. I don't know.
Yes. I was told that because of the tier change that we're going to 4 per player and coach.
Okay,
So
awesome.
that kind of doubles what we've been having.
Yeah, that's great. So if you guys are watching right now and you want to get out to the baseball game on Saturday, I'm sure there's an opportunity for you to connect with somebody that you know who has a kid on the team. We'll figure out how to get you out there, because the more people that we can get there to cheer your kids on, the better it's going to be. So, okay. So who do you got on the mound Saturday? Have you decided yet?
No, not really. We get,
Yeah.
we threw Robbie and Ryan both. They both threw under 75 pitches, so they're both available for Saturday.
Okay.
But yeah, we gotta kind of figure. Coach staff will between today and tomorrow, we'll figure out who's ready to go.
Mhm.
Obviously, both kids are gonna say they're ready to go, but it's a long season. We
Yeah.
want to make sure that we're healthy coming out of the series, and and that way we keep their arms healthy and they're not throwing that many pitches. So some kids that haven't been thrown probably will throw a little bit this series.
Okay. And how about overall health of the team? Everybody feeling good? No COVID, no injuries?
No COVID. We've had a couple injuries, but they've seemed to work them out. We had a kid with he ankle in the Tascadero game, and we thought he was going to be out for a while, and through good faith, he's worked through his injury. He actually played last night, played fairly well. You couldn't tell he was injured, but obviously we know he's injured. So
Yeah.
when you have a bad ankle, sometimes stealing a base is a lot harder than if you were healthy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, sometimes playing through an injury, a kid wants to, and that might not be the best thing for them, but for them to be able, it just shows their heart and their commitment, right? When they want to play with
Absolutely.
some type of injury.
One thing we will do though is we will make sure at practice they go through a series of conditioning, running, cuts, fielding, hitting, just to ensure that their injury is not going to hamper their playing style. Because
Yeah.
if it does, we definitely, one, we don't want to re-injure the kid and have it be a lingering issue, but we want to make sure it doesn't hamper the team as well.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, so we've got an 11 o'clock first pitch on Saturday, and then probably right around 2-ish another game starting. And so you're home on Saturday, and then next week, what do you have? We got a Tuesday game next week.
The next following week, we go down to St. Joe on Wednesday, and then we host another doubleheader on the weekend.
Okay, and that's with St. Joe again.
St. Joe, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I think those tough losses in those situations are you hate to go through them, but they're certainly learning experiences for the boys because they can taste the victory, and it's going to make them that much more hungry, I think, for this Saturday. So, and I know that you guys will have them ready to go. Anything else you want to share with us this week?
No, I think I'm actually kind of excited. The fire department is supposed to come out and help us hang out our senior banners that are going to go up on the backstop, and then where our team pitcher is in. So it's gonna have a more of a collegiate feel with some big banners and pictures, and yeah, I'm kind of excited for the kids for that.
So the banners will be up for Saturday's game?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
that's awesome.
The fire department. I talked to Brandon Wall. He's going to help us out, because we got to put these banners up a little bit higher so they don't take out the view of from the stands.
Do you know when they're going to be doing that?
I think when I talked to Brandon, he's going to come out and help us Friday.
Okay.
I
say that sounds like something that Malcolm High, the videographer, will want to capture as a cool memento for having some type of documentation of those banners going up.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
I appreciate Malcolm coming out to our Tascadero game. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, no, it's cool that he's able to get to all these events to capture all these memories for the kids and the parents. This is stuff that'll live online forever, that these kids can kind of I don't have one single game of mine from my high school career on video that I could find, right? So, which is probably a good thing, because I could tell people how great I was and there's no documentation to say otherwise, right?
Right. Yeah, the technology wasn't the same. There was no such thing as YouTube or anything like that.
Right, exactly. So, all right, Coach Tompkins, I'll see you out there on Saturday. And again, tough loss. We're sorry that it went down the way it went down, but we know that you'll be ready for Saturday. So, thanks for hanging out and joining us today.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, see ya. All right, that's Rob Tompkins, who is the Templeton High School Eagles varsity baseball coach. Just kind of recapping their game yesterday with Arroyo Grande. Again, Arroyo Grande going into that game was 12-0, the best in the league. We weren't even supposed to be able to compete with them, and we held them. We were ahead of them 3-1 going into the bottom of the seventh inning. And with 2 outs, they made a rally to tie the game up, and then go into extra innings, where ultimately we ended up losing by 1 run, 4-3. But yeah, those are tough ball games to be a part of on the losing end, for sure. But the silver lining in all of it is that these kids get to experience competition at that level, and prove to themselves that they can hang. And it only makes them better and more prepared for the next time that they face each other. So, but it's super painful to go through, right? It's kind of a bummer. All right, it's 8:36. In case you're just joining us today, we had Melinda Reed from the Templeton Community Library Association on with us this morning. She is heading up a book sale that's happening this Saturday. Let me see if I can get this back up on the screen. Bear with me. Here it is. Okay. Book sale happening this Saturday at the park on the grass Saturday, May 1st from 9 to 12:30. They are looking for donations of new books. They are also looking for people to come out and purchase books. They're going to have all kinds of books, children's books, adults books, you name it. Their goal for Saturday is to raise $1,000. Again, their goal is to raise $1,000, and all that money that they raise is ultimately going towards the building and furnishing of the new library that they actually have the funds to build this library at this point, which is awesome. But now, it's a bare bones building that they've got, but now they need to furnish it and make sure that it's ready to have people in it. So let's see here. I'm just on the TempletonCommunityLibrary.org website. And so, no, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted either. Don't save. Sorry. So I posted this website in the chat. This shows really, this is what I was trying to find, the items that they need. Okay. This is their wish list for sponsoring. This is what they're looking for. So they've got some landscaping wish lists there. They've got a keyless security system that they want to install, some paving, some concrete pavers, asphalt. So this is all kind of building material stuff that they want. HVAC, back portico, front portico. So they've got a few of these things. Here's some conceptual drawings that what this is going to look like. This is what they have on their wish list. There's a place to donate there. Renderings and floor plans, what I wanted to see. So here is really what that library is going to look like, or how they're designing it as of now. And so these are modular, right? This is a modular building that they're going to construct. And it's going to sit, if you don't know where it's going to live, it's going to sit on the corner of Templeton Road, or I guess you would call it Templeton Road that turns into El Pomar after you pass Templeton Road. But right before you go over the river, if you're on Vineyard Drive, right? So just east of the high school, across the street from the high school, in the parking lot on the corner of Templeton Road and or Vineyard Drive and Main Street. That's where this is going to sit. So if I haven't thoroughly confused you with the location yet, then I'm sure I will. So that's cool. That's the renderings. This is the floor plan. Can't zoom in anymore, but that's kind of what it looks like. A couple offices, a big space with all the books, and the area where the library will be itself. They also talked about another building that they want to have on the site that's going to be a community room, which is cool. They want it to be like kind of like a barn style building that is a community room that the community can use the community can use at their discretion, can book meetings or whatnot and stuff. Oh, I just got a note from Mr. Coach Andrew Cherry, per request yesterday. Happy to come talk basketball. Yes, I love it. Let's get you on, Coach Cherry. I will return the message to you after I get off the show. But yeah, let's talk Templeton basketball as soon as we can get him on. So, all right, sorry, I get sidetracked. I'm like a squirrel or like a dog where I see a squirrel run across I don't know, something like that. All right, so back to the library. They have a book room that's currently at the community, the Parks and Rec department, or where Melissa Johnson's office is, I believe. It's at the Recreation Department at 599 Main Street. So that's something that you may have not known about, but there it is. So Melinda, again, their goal on Saturday is to raise $1,000 in book sales, in the form of book sales at the park from 9:30 to noon, or 9 to 12:30. And so they are asking for donations of new books and they are also asking for people to come out and purchase books. So could be a fun thing for you on a Saturday morning to take your kids down to the park, pick out some books, spend a little money, contribute to the cause. And hey, there's no such thing as a bad book. Well, I take that back. I just made that up. I don't even know why I said that. There are plenty of bad books, but a bad book is a good day of reading. No, basically what I'm trying to say is reading is good for you, right? So if you have a birthday party scheduled on Saturday afternoon and you're looking for a last minute gift, go down to the park, grab yourself some corn on the cob from my buddy Steve, who sells there on Saturday mornings, and then stroll on to the book place and the book sale. Grab a couple books, wrap them, and those are your presents for the party. So cool, awesome thing. All right, it's 8:42. Tomorrow is Friday. It's game day. It's senior day. I still have not confirmed with Joe's Place yet if I'm able to do a live broadcast from Joe's Place. But if I get the green light this afternoon, I will be broadcasting live from Joe's Place, Joe's Other Place, they call it, on Main Street in Templeton tomorrow between 7 and 9 a.m. A couple things that are still kind of in the air is the internet capabilities there. Not sure if Joe has Wi-Fi at the restaurant, and so waiting to figure that out. But assuming we get the green light to broadcast live from there tomorrow, then I will take the show on the road. I will be set up and broadcasting live from there. You can come down and have breakfast with me. It will be fun. And so I've never done a live broadcast of the show 7 weeks in. So experiment goes. I'm sure it'll be fine if we can, as long as the Wi-Fi is there. My setup is pretty basic. It's a laptop. It's a little red box. It's a microphone and the camera. That's it. That's all I need. And maybe a second screen, just so I can have a split screen thing going on. So, but Fridays we have an artist profile tomorrow. I'm hoping to get. Let's see here. What is? Bear with me. Elise Black. Elise Black is a high schooler who's actually playing this weekend at 15C. She is a super talented. Let's see if you could see. To the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your land. I love you when you sing that song, and I got a lump in my throat, 'cause you're getting the birds' voice. Oh baby, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left hand man. So there she is. She's playing at 15C this Saturday, I believe. And so hoping to get her on the show tomorrow morning. She's at Mr. Lewis. If you're listening, she needs to ask your permission to bring her ukulele into the class and join us for 15-20 minutes to talk about her music, to have her play a song for us at 8:30. So hopefully, Mr. Lewis, you give her the green light. Everything I can do to just interrupt children's school days, apparently. But so she's hopefully going to be the artist that we profile tomorrow on the show, because we're trying to do an artist profile every Friday as live music kicks off the ground again. And so that's exciting. And then Melissa Johnson will be in to do her weekly thing with us every Friday. She comes in to I just got a little tickle in my ear, excuse me. She comes in to give us the update with Templeton Parks and Rec. Maybe she has a concerts in the park update, maybe not, I don't know, we'll just wait and see. We also have our weekly farm update with Irish Oaks Ranch tomorrow, which will be fun. They typically come in on Fridays and show us things like baby goats being born and cows being fed and chickens being hatched. And they talk about all the fun and exciting things happening on their farm, and all the things that they've got going on at their store, the Mercantile. If you haven't been to the Mercantile yet, It's in Atascadero on El Camino Real. Just head south on El Camino Real past the Adobe Plaza. It's the next plaza on your left. There's the Chinese restaurant. It's right next door to that. So the Mercantile, they have all of their handmade goat milk soaps, lotions, lip balms, crafts, barbecues, meat, you name it. It's just all local goodness. And so the Mercantile is a cool store. There's another Mercantile happening here in Templeton, right? What is the family? The Odenwald family is building out the old AJ Spurs. I've been in communication with him, and his first name's escaping me right now, but I've been in communication with them. They are going to come on the show at some point here in the near future to talk about their plans and the build out of that AJ Spurs restaurant site, to talk about what to expect. I think they're planning on an open in June, which would be great. And so obviously that's going to be an opportunity for us to check out some new food and stuff here in Templeton. Yeah, it's just a continuous revival happening downtown Templeton. I love it. We'll get a library building up in the next 12 to 14 months. We'll get a couple new restaurants happening, 15C doing some live music. Another 15C live music update. The Tuesday night Sip and Strum series, which is going to be the Mike Brady Tuesday night Sip and Strum series at 15C, is going to be happening. Still going back and forth with Allie and what is her name? Hold on, bear with me. Allison. Oh, that's my wife's name. Abby and Allison. Yeah, is it Abby? Oh, wait. I just lost it. Hold on. No, Allie and Rachel. My bad. Rachel and I are going back and forth via email now, planning a Tuesday night Sip and Strum where every week you're going to come out, enjoy your favorite beverage, glass of wine or a beer, and learn a new song with your guitar, taught to you by me. And so this isn't me being super technical about how to play guitar. It's me teaching you how to captivate an audience and learn basic skills necessary in order to be an extraordinary campfire guitar player. That's kind of my goal, right? I'm not going to teach you how to be Steve Vai or Eric Clapton or Eddie Van Halen. I'm going to teach you how to just basically strum enough chords to put together a song and captivate an audience. That's the goal. I'm not a technical player, and if you went out to the show on Saturday, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I am definitely not a technical player. But the Tuesday night Sip and Strum is a thing. It's happening, and I'm trying to figure out what this looks like. Are you paying $20 a session and you're getting your favorite beer and the music and the chance to sit in, or are you just showing up and buying your drinks and then donation? I don't know what this looks like yet. So still working out those details. We probably are another week to 2 weeks away from launching it. But I will continuously make sure I keep you updated on that. The other thing is, again, the Small Kicks, my band. We've been around since 2010. Played our first show in March of 2010, I believe, at Chronic Cellars. Maybe it was 2011. I don't know. But here we are all these years later, and the band is sounding better than ever. We've been rehearsing. We're writing new music. We've added new cover songs to our repertoire, and we are ready to rock the truck stage at Barrel House Brewing Company next Friday. It's our homecoming. It's a homecoming of sorts where the Small Kicks will again take the stage. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. It's going to be a good time. And we are looking for a local cause to pass the hat for. In keeping with the tradition of every Small Kicks show at Barrel House, we've always done this where we pick a cause or a charity to pass the hat for at the show. And so if you have an idea or something that you think that is worthy of us passing the hat for, please, by all means, share it with me. Send me an email, text me, DM me, hit me up on this chat. However you want to get that information to me. We're actively seeking out a charity, a cause, something for us to pass the hat for, because in addition to the Small Kicks being a band that has a lot of fun playing music and we get immense joy out of it, we also want to use the community that we create as a platform, right? Another platform for us to do good in the community. And so that's in keeping with one of the purposes of the Small Kicks. And so that is something that we look forward to doing every show. So we've done homeless shelters, we've done animal shelters, we've done individuals that have contracted illnesses and diseases. We've done 1 year we actually did Coach Carroll. You guys remember Coach Carroll? His house burned down 1 year. Well, we passed the hat for him 1 year. Yeah, I mean all kinds of different activities that we've passed the hat for in the past. So if you have something that you want us to pass the hat for, hit me up. I'd love to bring it to the guys and have us. And that's typically what we do is if we have 3 or 4 different organizations or causes that will are asking us to pass the hat, we will vote on it as a group. There's 6 of us in the band. We'll vote on it and pick the one that we want to do. And then typically the other ones that don't get picked end up being the ones that we do for every show after. And so, in a typical small, Kicks season, we have done, anywhere from 20 to 35 shows. And so that's, you figure maybe a quarter of those are at Barrel House. And so we're passing the hat for, let's call it 6 or 7 different organizations or causes. Somebody messaged me, my mom. Mom, look at you contributing to the show. Careful, I might give you a job. Gloria says, how about passing the hat for the Templeton Community Library Association? That's thinking right there. I like it. I'm going to write that down. Pass the hat, Templeton Community Library. So cool. Oh, we've also passed the hat in the past for the Paso Robles Youth Arts Foundation. That's another one that we did. We actually raised a lot of money for them. I want to say we raised like $1,400 1 year for them, which for a bunch of dudes that barely know how to play their instruments, that just want to go out and have fun with their friends and drink beer on stage, to pass the hat and raise $1,400 for a foundation, that's kind of fun. That's a good time. So 8:54, Mr. Anthony Reed is back in the house. What's happening? I hear feedback.
You're on my other phone.
Oh, okay. Look at you. All right. So next Friday, make sure you have a designated driver, Anthony. You're coming out to Barrel House. You're gonna witness yours truly on stage. Have you ever seen a 43-year-old man in skinny jeans shaking his butt with a guitar?
That's not something that I would look into, Mike.
I'm not selling it that way.
No.
Oh, all right.
No. However, if you hire me to be your security guard, I'm up for that.
I don't think we need security.
Well, too bad.
Yeah, I think that's the last thing we need. Well, okay. So next Friday, you should really make it out. Barrel House. I'm sure you've been there before. Yes.
Yeah,
it's a great place. It's a family-friendly place. It's a phenomenal beer. It's my favorite IPA in the world. Although next Friday will be day 38. I will not be drinking. I will still be on my 75 hard challenge.
Speaking of IPA, I had a mango IPA last night.
Barrel House mango IPA.
No, I had a Pappy McGregor's mango IPA.
Well, yeah, but it's Barrel House's on tap there.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. Oh. It's delicious, isn't it?
I had no idea, but yes, it was. Yes, it was very good.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, they have Barrel House beers on tap there. Very cool. All right. So, anything happening in the world right now?
No, it's just getting ready to get hot here in the next few hours. And like I said yesterday, as we know, in the North County, as it gets hot outside and gets nice, more people go out and do some questionable things. So
Yeah.
it's just the way it goes.
Yeah. And a reminder to those of you as we get into the weekend and it's going to be awesome weather, make sure you have designated drivers. Make sure you are being responsible behind the wheel. As a parent of a school-age child who drives, the more and more I think about it, the more and more I get super nervous with my children being out on the road at nights and on the weekends, as I know this area is super populated with people who love to enjoy themselves with beverages. And then also people that come into the area to enjoy themselves riding these bikes on these roads, on these back roads. You know, I think about all these kids driving around and I think, gosh, they just need to make sure that they're always thinking about the fact that there's going to be tourists in town riding bicycles on all these back roads. So we just need to take it easy, go slow. And then in addition, always keep in mind that there are going to be people that are less responsible driving around after wine tasting and drinking beer, and that they just need to continuously drive alert and be on the defensive. And look at me, I sound like an old man. Like, when did I turn into an old guy? I don't get it.
43 years ago.
Man, it's brutal. I'm super concerned, and I just hope and pray every day that these kids are cautious, they stay safe, and they get to and from where they need to go, and just understand that these cars are just cars. They're modes of transportation to get from point A to point B. They're not anything else. And so
I heard
please-
it called one time a 4,000-pound weapon.
Yeah, that's what your dad told you. That's right.
Yeah.
So,
So
all
hey,
right.
Mike, let me know if you're going to be doing the show at Joe's place tomorrow. I'll love to tag along.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll hit you up here this afternoon to let you know the details if I am able to lock it down.
Sure.
And I'll make sure that I'll get you over there as well. So we'll figure that out. But
Sounds like a plan.
all right, it's 8:59. That's the show for today. Anthony Reed did not have any incidents or actions to report other than the vegetation fire, so that's good news. He's not hungover. He didn't throw up from celebrating too hard last night, so that's good.
Nope.
Yeah, it's Thursday. 5-minute morning routine for mindset. That link has been posted in the chat, so give it a try. Let me know if it helps you kind of set up your mind for success on any given day. I hope you guys go out and enjoy the sunshine and the heat today. Remember that every day of sunshine is another opportunity for sunshine. I don't know. I just made that up, but enjoy it while it's here, because we live in a special place, and take advantage of the outdoors. All right, everybody. Hope everyone has a great day today. That's all. We will talk to you guys later. See ya.
Peace.